landing big whales. You've dreamed about it, you talk about it, but it needs to be a lot more than talk. Today we want to talk about truth. From talk to truth. Landing big whales. How do you do it? All right? We're going to clinic that. We're going to triage that right after this introduction. Okay, you know I waste no time, right? Okay, so we're going to reverse engineer this so that it's completely clear to you, so that it makes complete sense, because it's easy to talk. It's popular. Everybody does it. Oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that, I do this. You've never done it. You've never done it. It's time you start doing it. So let's really look at this, because it's the ugliest thing about you, being the talk but not the truth, right? You ready? Okay, step one in this reverse engineering exercise. Step one, there is a big whale that has signed and paid. What happened before that? Before that, the two of you worked together in a meeting to design an agreement where you're going to under promise and over deliver. Okay? Where they have their expectations clearly set for them. Okay? This is big. Everybody and their mom is a fractional CRO right now. Okay, fractional CRO, listen up really good. If they want sales help, are they clear that you will not magically turn their sales cycle from 12 to 2 months? That's your job. Okay, so there's this big whale. Before the big wheel got on your table, they had to sign and pay. Before they signed and paid, they had to have something to sign. So the two of you had to meet and collaboratively work together on a very clear agreement of what you're going to do and then overperform on. Okay, so under promise, overperform, but get your pricing right. Okay, this is where, before this proposal meeting can happen, you have to know a lot about your business. That is not what this podcast, this video is about for you. This video is about getting that big whale on your table. Okay, so you had this wonderful proposal meeting. Yay! To get to the proposal meeting, there were a few meetings that happened before that. You had to make sure that they actually need what you do. So one, they have to be clear on what you do. Two, they have to have the need before ever meeting you, even if the need popped up a day before. Okay, there is a need for what you do. Oh, awesome. Can they pay you? Unless you're Mother Teresa or some bleeding heart running a nonprofit, which a whole nother topic. There are a lot of people in the nonprofit space helping businesses, yet 8% of nonprofit employees that help businesses have ever started one. So do you really believe what you're teaching? But that's not today's topic. Today's topic is, we have the big wheel on the table. We backed up from there. They signed and paid for an agreement. Before they signed and paid, they had to have an agreement. The agreement was developed with them collaboratively. Before that could happen, I had to know that they had a need. We had to discuss that at length. I had to use, as my daddy would say, I had to use these two big ears more than this mouth. I'm asking questions because I want to understand. Here's the big kicker. If you want to move someone through this process, this is a sidebar, but this is the golden freaking nugget. If you want to land a big whale, if you want to close more deals, whatever corny word in your head is, if the real deal is change your attitude, if you want to get paid for helping more businesses, then you need to be focused on how you help businesses. It's why I exist. And it needs to be why you exist. This isn't talk. If this is some hustle for you to get rich, go get a frickin' job. You're bloody and you're noisy in the market up. Get out of the way. Okay? Because good people trying to have real impact are fighting hard for that deal. And here you come. Get out of the way. Okay, so sidebar over. Back. We understand that there's a need, right? We talked. We listened to what pains they're going through, what needs they have, how they got here, what pressures are on them. Boss's boss, board of directors, investors, right? They got venture funding. They raised $5 million last year, seed round, and now they need your help. They got people to answer to, okay? So there's a need. Is there budget? It's not about is there budget now. If you know your service takes 18 months, is there forecasted budget for what you do in the next 18 months? Okay? If you're really trying to help, don't be a schnorrer, right? Don't be solely focused on what's in it for you. Right? This isn't Disney and you're not a princess. Be focused on how you help them. So you need to really understand. Like, okay, well, this project's going to take an 18-month commitment. We're looking at a $5,000 a month retainer. That's $90,000. Is there $90,000 in the budget right now? Because no, they don't need to pay it to you all at once. They can pay monthly or quarterly, but will the project be successful if they run out of money? No, babe. No, it won't. Okay, so we want to know that there's budget. Okay, so let's back up all the way one more time. There's a big whale. They just signed. Big deal. Just signed, just paid. Why? Because the two of you developed their proposal together. They're in on it. There's not a lot of back and forth negotiating because you did that while you were both writing this document together. It was on a shared screen. You were typing, both of you were talking. I really hope you were selling, which means listening, big ass ears, listening more than you were talking. All right. So before that happened, you knew that there was budget. You knew that there was a need. Okay. Before that happened, here it is. You qualified them. Before all the sales cycle takes place, the sales cycle is about getting through the bureaucracy of their organization. The sales cycle is about getting buy-in from the people that can kill the deal. The sales cycle is the journey before it happens. The need and the budget needs to be confirmed. It needs to be confirmed at every step. Every time a stakeholder pops up as someone who can influence or kill this deal, we need to run through that again. So that sales cycle is all of that. But qualifying, when there is sales qualified lead, if you determine in roughly a 45-minute meeting, you determine that there is an interest to have you help tackle the challenge that their business is facing. Okay? How do you do that? You do that before all the wonderful things that got this big whale on the table. You do that by being authentic. How can you be authentic? Have you ever heard me talk about anything except sales and marketing? I live, I exist. God made me to help businesses drive revenue growth. That's Rich Laster. That's me. I do a two-step. Saw the movie Hitch? I do the two-step. I'm right there. I'm not making the pizza. Woo! We don't make pizza here. We go to Angelo's in South Philly for pizza and for cheesesteaks. We don't make pizza here. You understand? Do you make pizza? Okay. You have a specific set of skills, right? You see Taken? Yeah. You have a specific set of skills. God put you on this earth with that specific set of skills. Nobody cares about anything else you're good at. Oh, you crochet? Cute. But if you are consistent in who you are, if you are authentic about who you are, what you really do, then every meeting, every conversation, every networking, that's a whole nother conversation. That is a two-part, that is a compound word. It's all about how you help. If you're clear on how you help, when you talk, it will shine through. I have 2 meetings from a networking event yesterday where people were like, oh, wow, glad we met. We need to talk. Let's set up a time. And it's on the calendar because you don't say, okay, I'll send you an email. You're right there. They're right there. Pull out your phone. Schedule it. I just told you how to land big whales. At the core of this was kind of where I just ended. 85% of the world is all talk. You will not be successful if you're one of them. They are consumers. God bless them. If you're selling to retail markets, you need to know all about them. If you're not, understand that you don't get to be a consumer. You have to think differently. Watch them, sure. They buy. They buy from your clients. So how the retail market and how the way the world is affects your business, it's secondhand, but it's secondhand smoke. You can die from that crap, right? So you need to know about it. You need to be able to recognize it. Oh, smell it. Nope. Secondhand cigar smoke? Sure. There are no chemicals added. Different conversation. This conversation is about how you can land big whales. And the key is this needs to be about your truth, not your talk. I'm Rich Laster with GrowExpand.com. I hope that this last, 13 minutes was useful, fruitful, but I really hope you do the deep work of looking at yourself and deciding if you're out here in this business arena because you just can't find a job, or if you are really here to have an impact, and if you're serious about that, because there are a lot of bullshitters out here, and I'm sure you're not one of them. Okay? Who you really are, how you show up authentically, your truth. No, the truth about you is what matters. Your truth, you can spin that crap. Trust me, I've done campaigns. No. Be the real you. The world's waiting on it. Rich Laster, GrowExpand.com. Now, a word from our sponsors.
A bit about our company. We produce strategies and deploy experts to grow your business revenue. The success of our clients is a direct result of the 25+ years of sales and marketing experience of our founder, Rich Laster. We take the guesswork out of increasing your revenue. Our reputation is built on results, not another roll of the dice with your marketing budget. Visit growexpand.com to learn how.